All right, so I guess it's fair to start with what I'm wearing, right? Because it's kind of the most important thing. Um, so this is a sunbeam. I'm gonna be using this for the hikes, and basically what it does is just it's called Sunday afternoons, and it's just like a hat that protects you from the sun on the sides as well, because like you don't want to get sunburned too much and then just suffer and be in pain. So that's this hat. I really like it, and it's super comfortable. It also has some like you know um openings here, so you don't get too hot. Next, these sunglasses, they're just polarized sunglasses, like not a big deal, but I guess I use these because I like the reflections and all that to not be bothering my eyes. And also you really want to see like the ground and the rocks so you don't fall and just hurt yourself, so it's good that your t-shirt actually has, it's a Columbia, and it has technology they call Omni Shade, and it's just basically that it protects you from the UV rays. Actually, this shirt is used a lot for fishing, but like for hiking, I've been using it quite often, and I just love it so much because when you sweat or get wet or something like that, it just dries so fast. Also, following up with the shorts here, these shorts are also Columbia, and it's just the same technology, just protects you a little bit from the sun. And besides that, this is a convertible pant, so you can actually, if you get cold, you can add the leg piece. um, Another thing that I like to wear is a watch, just to count your steps, like the temperature, the weather, the steps. It kind of shows you your heartbeat, just like standard smartwatch, so not a big thing, but it's a Galaxy Smartwatch 3. I'm in bear country right now, so I wanted to be prepared, and I guess that's a whole section that we're gonna talk about in a second. But this is bear spray. I have a knife. You always need a knife when you're camping, and just like I put it in my belt like that. All right, the other thing I wanted to show you, these shoes. So I got these shoes because I was gonna be walking in the water, and also like walking for longer distances. So I couldn't decide between a waterproof boot or going with one of those trail runners. So this is kind of the combination between the two things. This shoe is a Keen, and they call it NXIS, or it stands for No Terrain is the Same. And basically it's just a waterproof shoe, but also it's very breathable, so you don't get too hot in them. The front portion of it, as you can see there, it has a really wide uh, uh, section in the front for your toes, so they don't get too close to each other, and then you can get blisters or something like that. And they're super comfy. This material you see here in black, it's actually called TPU. I think it stands for thermoplastic polyurethane, and it's just like super resistant to, like, if you kick a stone or whatever, it happens, like it will not break, and it's super flexible. And then it has a heel locking system here in the back, so once you tighten your lace, it just pulls these straps in the back, and then it locks your heel so it doesn't come out of your foot. And I found that in going uphill, that was pretty useful too, so just feels very secure. And then these socks, I really like them as well. They're tough socks, and these ones are just the Hike and Trek, I think is the model of them, and they're just like very breathable as well, but they have some cushion, and that helps too with longer distances. So yeah, very happy with these two things right now. All right guys, here in the mountains there's black bears. There's no grizzly bears, but there's some black bears. Black bears are not really known to attack people or anything, but when I go camping, I always like to say that expect the best, be prepared for the worst. So I just wanted to be prepared, and for that reason I brought 4 things to prepare for black bear attacks or something like that. So the 4 things I brought is this whistle. So when if a black bear is approaching you, you want to be really loud, You don't want to just like surprise them and they get all scared and then they attack you because they don't know what's going on. So you want to be loud. This is just an REI bear whistle, and it is very loud. So if you see a bear coming to you, just blow this thing really loud and then they probably just get scared away. The next thing I brought is this bear spray, and basically this bear spray, you just it reaches about 30 feet. So if a bear really is approaching you, and even if you're loud, it doesn't want to go away, so you would just remove this safety thing right here and then just press down and point it towards them and be loud at the same time. If it starts approaching you and it's like 30 feet or less from you, it's very likely that it's gonna try to either like really charge you or something like that. So this is kind of one of the last defenses you have. So yeah, I brought that. And then another thing that I brought, and it's just like critical state, like literally if a bear literally is attacking you, I mean, you just have to fight back. There's no other way around it. You would just like try to spray him in the face, and then you will just have to fight back. Again, honestly, don't think that I'm being super paranoid. I don't think it's a high chance that I'm gonna be attacked at all, but I like to be prepared. And then another proactive thing that I wanted to do before coming is just bring a bear canister. So basically this bear canister, you would put here everything that is has a smell or a scent. For example, your food or your cleaning items like toiletries, stuff like that, even like toothpaste, or if you have some like sunscreen, stuff like that. So I have a bunch of stuff in here that I wanted to show you. By the way, this lid, it has like two security like little pins, so it clicks like that, and then they're located right here. As you can see, a bear wouldn't be able to just rotate this. You need to actually push this, 1 and 2, and then just keep rotating until it opens up. So yeah, I don't think a bear is gonna be able to do that. So I'm just gonna show you a couple of the things that I brought in here. For example, I brought some insect repellent. It's obviously very smelly, so it has DIT. It's just to keep away like mosquitoes or flies, whatever. Then next I have my sunscreen. The sun is kind of powerful in here, so I just noticed that without this it would have been bad. So I brought this. This doesn't really have a lot of smell, but just put it in there. It's a gas canister for my little stove. I put here a bunch of stuff. I brought just hand sanitizer. I put my toothbrush with toothpaste. I actually trimmed down this toothbrush so it saved a little bit of space. I brought my food for all the days, deodorant, and etc. Right? So everything that smells. I brought some electrolytes. You just put it in here, and then the idea is that you put this kind of far away from your campsite, and the bears, if they come at night or something and they actually smell something, you should put these like 100 yards away from your campsite. In case they actually come and they are trying to open this, at least they're not close to you. And another good idea is that you put the bear canister, that the wind is not going towards your tent. So you need to put it in a way that the bear is downstream from the air blowing into your tent, so the smells go towards your tent, right? That would attract them towards your tent. Anyways, that's what I brought for bears. And then I'm gonna show you the next things I brought. All right, so the next thing I want to show you is in my backpack, the Kelty, I think it's like a 55 liter backpack. I just wanted to show you like some things that I really wanted to have quick access to, and basically there are a couple things. So in this front pocket, I have this rain cover for my backpack in case it starts raining out of nowhere. You never know in the mountains what's gonna happen, so it's just a field and stream cover for the backpack. I always put it in the front there. Next up, same case, I have my rain gear. These are just some waterproof pants, and then a waterproof coat. You know, I just put it right there in the front, so it doesn't get like too difficult to take it out if it's raining and you're getting wet right away. All right, next I have my first aid kit in that front pocket as well, and there's a couple interesting things in this. So this little baggie, I just thought it was like the right color, and I just got it, I think, like in Target, I think, but definitely is not the Target supplies that they give you. I kind of modified it according to what I need. So basically what I do is just have a couple hand warmers, just in case the temperature drops out of nowhere, so you can just put it in your sleeping system and then, you know, not be cold. The next thing I have in here is a little bit of accessories. So what I have here is rain-proof matches. I have another little whistle thing in case you get, you know, like lost somewhere, that people actually hear you in the forest. I got some earplugs. These I use if it's raining a lot and the drops in your tent, they don't let you sleep. You can just put these on and maybe they help you a little bit to fall asleep. I have some sunscreen for your lips. It's just like a lip balm with sunscreen. I have some scissors in case you need to cut into whatever it is, like probably could be a bandage or, you know, like a piece of cord or whatever. I just have this in there. I have this in case you have a splinter in your finger, just to take it out. I have a tiny compass, just you know, like if you get lost, so you know actually where the directions are. I have this lighter. It's just a little big lighter, and I put some duct tape in there because duct tape can be used for many things. I mean, not only just like to gather two things together, because, well, obviously that's the main thing, but also this can actually use to start a fire. So you can make little straps and then you can use it as tinder. So I brought this, and then also I have just a nail clipper, many uses for that as well, and a tiny carabiner if you want to just hang something. All right, next in that medical kit, first aid kit, I have some moleskin in case you have like a blister or a hot spot in your fingers or your toes or wherever it is. You can just put it in there and protect the skin. Band-aids, many types, for blisters, smaller, bigger ones. I have some ibuprofen, I have some Pepto-Bismol, I have some medicine for like allergies in case you're having some allergies. I'm having a piece of bandage. I'm having some like ointment instead of like if you're getting you got a cut and you want to just put some ointment on top of it, or if you got bit by something, there's also some insect biting stuff in there. I have some disinfecting wipes in there. Another item I have here is just a little chip, just spray water in case you have a wound, so it's just not full of like blood. So you just apply some filter water in the wound, remove some of the dirt or blood or whatever it is, and then after that you can disinfect with some disinfecting wipes that I brought a bunch of them. Yeah, so, and before doing all of that, I guess I brought some some gloves as well, just latex gloves, so you're not, you know, infecting the wound even more. So yeah, that's pretty much what the medical kit has. Always important, guys, to bring a medical kit. All right, next up, I hope this is not TMI, but you know, everybody does it. So whatever. This is my poop kit. So this, you know, when you're in the backcountry, there's not really toilets anywhere. So whatever you bring in, you have to take out. And if you want to go to the bathroom, you have to create your own bathroom. So I brought this poop kit, and basically it has some hand sanitizer. So whatever, after you go, like, you can just disinfect your hands. I brought this hand towel, and this is an ultralight hand towel. Honestly, I don't even know what the brand is. What I know is that it's 7 inches long, because when you go, you need to make a hole that is at least 6 inches deep in the ground, and you use this tool just to, you know, dig in the ground like a circle that is at least 6 inches deep. So I just use this as a guide to know how much, you know, depth I need to do. And pro tip, if you put some duct tape in there, like, it doesn't like hurt your hands when you're digging. And what I would start with is like this end, actually, just to remove some of the dirt around first. Cut through some branches or whatever you need to do, and then use the sharp edge right here to actually start, you know, removing dirt. So cool travel. I brought some disinfecting wipes, you know, just to take care of your business. I brought some toilet paper in a little baggie so it doesn't get wet. And lastly, I just found out about this, and let me tell you something. I don't know why in the world we don't do bidets in all the world. Some years ago I went to Japan, and the toilets over there, like, everything has bidets, and I was like, why this is not a thing everywhere? It's just so much better than toilet paper. So honestly, I cannot live without it nowadays anymore. And what I did is just, I had to get it. I found this trick from a true hiker in YouTube, and he mentioned about this. It's called the culo clean. And for my Spanish speaking people, you will obviously know what this word means. So I see what you did there, guys. But basically what it is just a portable bidet. You want to see how it looks like? It's just like this. So basically it has this little opening right here that is like a nozzle that sprays, you know where. And what you do is you attach this right into whatever bottle you brought with you. Obviously, don't drink out of that bottle anymore after you use it. So that's why I brought that smart water bottle. In the beginning, it had actually, like, I bought it in a gas station before coming here, so I already finished that water when it was new, and I just refilled it right now in a creek that I found. And this is not clean water anymore. It's just not for human consumption, and its main goal is just to be used with this portable bidet. And yeah, so it's important to be clean in the backcountry, guys. If you're not clean, you're gonna be uncomfortable. I don't even see it as a gross thing, honestly, or as a luxury item. I just see it honestly like a thing that is gonna make you have a good time or a bad time in your trip. So yeah, there you go, the Culo Clean. Pretty funny name. I used a contractor plastic bag just in case it started raining. Beside having my backpack cover that I showed you, I just wanted to have a second protection against water, because my backpack unfortunately is not waterproof. And inside of this I have, you know, a couple things, just some extra socks, extra, you know, like underwear in case I need it, the puffy jacket in case it makes, like, it started the temperature dropping down a lot. Also, I can stay warm. So basically I have mainly my electronics in here. So I have a charger for my smartwatch. I have a battery pack, 10,000 battery pack. This one is super compact for the amount of milliamps that hour that it gives you. So I just have wires for iPhone, USB-C and micro USB, and this thing is called the Charmast 10,400 milliamps hour. So super nice thing, and as you can see, it's tiny. An extra battery for my GoPro headlamp. I have tiny pump, and what this thing does, well, does many things actually. Flex tail gear tiny pump X. So first of all, it's a light, super bright light. I love it. You can hang it on top of your tent right there, and it's super awesome. And then the other cool thing that it does, it's a pump, as its name says. So this, you can use it for a couple things. You can use it to fill your sleeping pad. It just fills it up with air really quickly. Or if you have a fire going on, I've used it as well to just blow some air in the fire, and it just makes it super hot. So this is the Nemo Dagger Osmo 2-person backpacking tent. I love this tent. It is not ultra light. I wouldn't consider it like that. It is a little bit above 3 pounds. I'm gonna put the actual weight right here. But you know, for the space it gives you, I just love it. Like, it's not even heavy at all considering the amount of space it gives you. I have also, besides the footprint, I have the stakes to set the tent up, and I have also my pillow. This is a Trekology Aloof Pillow 2.0, and I want to show you also when I set it up. Sleeping pad is the Nemo Tensor. This is the 2022 version that is insulated. It's not gonna be super cold today, but you know, this is like a 3-season pad, and I love it. It's super lightweight. It has an R value of 4.2, which should be enough for temperatures down to maybe in the 20s. So yeah, this is the Nemo Tensor, super nice. But I have my Moonlight reclining chair, very lightweight. I think it's a little over a pound, and it assembles super easy, and it's incredibly comfortable. Another item that I recently got, this is the Hammock Gear Economy Burrow Quilt, and I'm excited to try it. I haven't tried before. I always bring a sleeping bag with me, but this one is a quilt, so it's just like, you know, like if your own bed at home. Alright guys, this is a tour of the tent. So set it up, and I want to show you the sleeping system. So this is the Trekology 2.0 pillow. It's inflatable, obviously, but what I love about it, besides it being very comfortable, is that actually it has a strap that attaches to your sleeping pad, and you know, it's just not moving during the night when you're just like tossing. So this one is the Nemo Tensor 2022 version, the insulated version. It is 25 inches wide. I like it to be a little wider, because when I'm sleeping I don't want my arm just to, you know, like fall on the side of and just get cold. So I like it to be like 25 inches wide, and it's just the regular length because I'm not super tall, so I didn't need the long version, but yeah, the wide version for sure. And then this guy, this is a quilt, and this is one of the newest items I got. This is a Hammock Gear Economy Burrow, it's the name of it. It's a 20-degree rated quilt, and you know, it's like super nice the way you attach it to the pad. So as I was telling you, the difference between this and a sleeping bag is that this thing is literally like a cover that you would put in your bed at home. So, but the nicest part of this quilt is that it also attaches to the bottom with these straps, and that way also literally I toss and turn during the night like a gas station hot dog. So when I have a normal mommy sleeping bag, I was just so uncomfortable. I was just too like tight in there, and I didn't feel comfortable. I need to just be tossing around. So this is gonna solve that issue, and with these straps, I mean, it's just gonna keep it in place so it's just not falling during the night. So that's the sleeping system. And now I wanted to show you too this little hook the tent has in here. It has this hook, so you can just put your light in there, different brightness of this tiny pump. And lastly, I want to show you these 3 items that go in the back of my backpack. So the first one is just like a little foam seat. I can use this for a couple things. So when you're assembling your tent, or you have to kneel down, I use this to put it on the ground, and I just put my knees in there, and then that way I'm not, like my knees are not in contact with rocks or stuff like that. Besides that, if you go on a hike or something and you want to remain as ultralight as you can also, like put it on top of a rock. If the rock is like wet or something like that, put it on top, sit on top of this. It keeps you dry and also a little comfy. It folds really small. Sorry. And also you can use it like a little pillow. So if you're out there and you want to just lay down on top of a rock or something, I use it as a little pillow. So yeah, I personally fold it just in half like this, and then I just put it in the back of my backpack. The next item, this is a DIY piece of equipment here. This material is called Reflectix, and what I use it for is when you have your this type of meals, like the freeze-dried meals. Once you pour your really hot water in this thing, if it's cold outside, the water could cool down too much, and then it will not cook your meal really well. So what I did is that I added this pouch that it has some Velcro in it, and then you put your freeze-dried meal in there, close it up, and then you're good to go. You leave it there for the amount of time that it needs to cook. It's like sealed on the sides, in the bottom is closed. You just set it up like that. And also, while my meal is cooking, if I'm boiling more water for like a coffee or tea or whatever you drink, I put my little stove right here, and then my legs are on this side, and then this Reflectix material, it like kind of bounces the heat back to you. So if it's not the night is cold or something, it serves 2 purposes. So once you're done, you just take it out of the pouch, take your freeze-dried meal out, and it should be cooked. So that's the second item. And as you can see, also this folds in half, just like this thing. So I just put it one on top of the other, and I put it in the back of my backpack. And literally it occupies close to no space, and also it doesn't weigh anything at all, these 2 items. And this is a little bit more of a luxury item for sure. So this is just a ultralight table. So I use it sometimes if the terrain is too rocky, or you have something that you want to keep very stable. I just use this as a tiny little table that it's pretty cool. So you just put this thing in here, and then you put this thing in here like that, and then it has another one on the other side like that and like that, and then you just press it down and then put this thing right there, one side, and then the other side. There you go, you have a little table. And you know like once this is disassembled, it's flat as well, so it just can go in the back of my backpack. Super ultralight. It weighs virtually nothing. It could weigh less because this material is actually stainless steel, so it's not the lightest ever, but you know, it could be titanium. But I also like that it has corrosion resistance in case you drop some water or whatever. So yeah, there you go. That's the three last items I wanted to show you. So if you have any questions or anything about the gear I use, just, you know, drop a comment and I can just tell you where I bought things or whatever. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for watching this.